Welcome back to my channel, friends. Friends, in previous class we have discussed about identities. If you want to know about the identities, go to my identities video. So there the formulas are explained. But in today's class, we are going to discuss about factorization. So this factorization concept actually comes from class 8th and we will use this method in higher classes. So the factorization method is very important in mathematics. What we are going to do in factorization is we are going to find the product of a given expression factors. In previous class we have studied about factors, right? We have discussed about factors. For example, let's take a number 8. So there is a number 8. So here I'm going to take the factors of 8. How can you take the factors of 8? So let's take prime factorization. Let's do a prime factorization. To 4s are, to 2s are, to 1s are, right? So after doing prime factorization, here you can get factors. So 1, 2, 4, 8. We got 1, 2, 4, 8 here. So that means 1, 2, 4, 8 are the factors of 8, right? 1, 2, 4, 8 are the factors of 8. That means 8 goes in one table by 8 times. 1 8s are 8, and 8 also goes in 2 table by 4 times, and 8 also goes in 4 table by 2 times. So here 8 also goes in 8 table by 1 time. So that is why we are considering 1, 2, 4, 8 as a factors of 8. That means these factors can divide 8. That means 8 is divisible by 1, 2, 4, 8. So we have already learned about the factors, right? We have already learned about the factors. So when you are able to know the factors of a number, similarly you are able to find the factors in algebraic expression. So that is called factorization, right? You are going to find the factors, right? You are going to find the factors in algebraic expression or quadratic expression, or might be a polynomial expression. You are going to find the factors of a given expression. That is why you're calling it as a factorization. So for example, so I have explained you about these factors to be able to know what exactly mean by factorization in a number. So the same concept is applied in this factorization method, right? So before going to factorization, you should able to know what is mean by terms. So what is mean by terms, and also you should able to know what is mean by least power of the variable. Least power of the variable. Okay, so you should able to know what exactly mean by terms and what exactly mean by least power of the variable. What is mean by terms? In previous class we have already studied what is mean by terms. That means if the numbers are separated by plus or else or minus signs, so those values are considered as terms. So these are called as term. These are all called as terms. So for example, let's say there is 5x plus 2x. Let's say 5x plus 2x, or let's say 5x plus 2y. Okay, so here there is a plus sign. That means 5x and 2y are separated by plus sign. There is a plus sign. So what do you call this left side of the plus sign? This is called as a term. And what do you call the right side towards a plus sign? So here these are also called as term. 2y is also term, 5x is also term. That means those values which are separated by, plus and minus sign. That means if you take 5x minus 2y something, so there is a minus sign over here. So what do you call 5x and 2y? Those are called as terms, right? So those values which are separated by plus and minus signs are called as terms. So we will call them as a terms. So you should able to know what this actually means. So you got terms. So those values are considered as terms. Okay, this definition has been completed. So let's go to least power of the variable. What is mean by least power of the variable? Suppose let's say x square, let's say x power 3. So there is a x square and there is a x power 3. So I will ask you a question: what is the least power of the variable in by comparing these two? So what is the least power of the variable? So least power of the variable is nothing but, so the variable which has a lowest power. Okay, what is the power here for this variable x? The power is 2, right? So here the power is 2. So here you have a variable x. What is the power of this x? This is 3. The power is 3. That means 2 is less than 3. That means here is asking least, that means lowest power. So what 2 is less than 3, that means what does it mean? 2 is the lowest value, right? 2 is the least power, right? And what is the highest power? Highest power is 3. So 3 is the highest power. So 3 is the highest power. So you should only determine this case in factorization. So least power of the variable is nothing but the power which is very lower than the power of the power of another variable. So that means the power which has the variable which has a lowest power. That means by comparing these two, which is the least power of the variable? The least power of the variable x square. So you should able to know these two concept in factorization. So in factorization, so we are going to use HCF method. We are going to find the factors by HCF method. We are going to find the factors by using identities method. We are going to use the factors by algorithm. Okay, algorithm. We are going to use this algorithm. So we are going to use again squaring method. So we are going to use manipulation. Okay, so by using all these tools, we are going to find the factors of given expression, right? So given expression is depending upon what we are going to use here. So a given expression is an expression. So that expression can be only solved by algorithm, might be. So that expression only can solve by HCF. That given expression, that question can only be solved by identities, might be. So that problem can only be solved by squaring. That problem can be only solved by manipulation. Sometimes the problem can be solved by using HCF or identities. Sometimes the problem can be used both by algorithm and squaring method. So the problem can be found by using the 3 or only 2. So likewise, depending upon the given problem, we are going to use all these tools. Okay, we are going to use all these tools. So but in this class we are going to use only one tool. So later in the next video we are going to use the next tool, but we are going to use the first tool, which is HCF. So friends, in HCF method is something, if the question is 3x plus 9, okay, so there is a 3x plus 9. We are going to find the factors of 3x plus 9. So how can we find factors of 3x plus 9? So I have already explained you about terms. I have already explained you least power. Okay, so for example, okay, I'm going to use, my question is 3x plus 9x square. Okay, so my question is not 3x plus 9, my question is 3x plus 9x square. Okay, so here we have already discussed about terms and least power. Okay, now here, what are the terms in these given expression? What are the terms? So I have already explained you, when the values are separated by plus and minus n, so those values are called as terms. So 3x is one term, 9x square is another term, right? Now comparing these two terms, I will compare these two terms. So I will compare first 3 and 9, 3 and here 9 I will compare. So I will find the HCF of 3 and 9. I will find the HCF of 3 and 9. What is the HCF of 3 and 9? 3 is the HCF. 3 is a HCF, right? Okay. So 3 is the HCF. Now I am going to write 3 is the HCF. And here we have, in this term we have x, and in this term we have x square. Now I will compare. Now I am going to compare x and x square. I am going to compare x and x square by their HCF. So that means I will find the HCF of x and x square. Here I am going to find the HCF of x and x square. What is the HCF of x and x square? HCF of x and x square is nothing but least power of the variable. So x is a variable, but if you consider this as x power 1, so here we can able to understand least power of the variable is x power 1 because it has power 1. So 1 is less than 2, right? Here we have power 2, so 1 is less than 2. Here the HCF is nothing but least power of the variable will become HCF of their variable. Okay, now we will write x as the x is the HCF of x and x square. Now what we are going to do is we will divide the whole. That means we are going to divide. Okay, we are going to divide 3x plus 9x square by obtained 3x. So if you divide 3x plus 9x square by 3x, what you are going to get? 3x times 1 time is 3x. So 3x times 3x times 3x is 9x square. That means 1 plus 3x is the quotient. So here you are going to multiply the quotient, which is 1 plus 3x. Now we have got 3x and into 1 plus 3x. That means we have got product of two factors. This is, let's say this is factor A, this is factor B. Our quotient factor is C. That means A into B is equals to C. So product of two factors is equals to C. That means when the product of factors is equal to C, that means what are the factors of C? What is the factors of C? A is a factor and B is a factor. That means we have found 3x and 1 plus 3x are the factors of 3x plus 9x square. So this is how we are going to find the factors of a given expression. So I don't know how to divide an algebraic expression. Some of you don't know how to find an algebraic expression, right? There is a video available in my channel, so you can go there and try to learn how to do divisions of algebraic expressions. So by coming to factorization, so we will try to factorize a given expression in this method. So by using HCF as a tool, right? Did you understood all these things? Okay, let's go to another question. Let's go to solve another question. So my question here is 15x minus 15x square. So this is one question, friend. So there is an expression which is 15x minus 15x square. So you have to find the factors of this 15x minus 15x square, right? You have to find the factors. So how can we find factors? First of all, what is terms here? So 15x is one term, 15x square is another term, right? Now we are going to find the HCF of number 1515. HCF of 1515 is equals to 15. So 15 is the HCF. In 1515, 15 is the HCF, right? Now what we are going to do is we are going to write HCF here, HCF of their number, and next and there is a x over here and x square. So we are going to compare x and x square. So here we are going to find the HCF of x and x square. What is the HCF of x and x square? Least power of the variable will be is equals to HCF. Okay, least power of the variable is equals to HCF. So least power is here x power 1, so here x power 2. What is the least power? X power 1. So we are going to write x, okay, or x power 1. So 15x. So we are going to divide 15x given expression 15x minus 15x square by what? Our HCF 15x. So 15x 1 times is 15x. 15x times x is equals to 15x square, right? So what is the quotient? Quotient is 1 minus x. So 1 minus is a x. Now here we are going to multiply 1 minus x. So that means 15x into 1 minus x. That means if we consider 15x as a, if we consider 1 minus x as a b, a into b is equals to, if you consider the quotient as c, so it is equal to c. That means what are the factors of c? A is a factor and b is a factor of c. So likewise you have to factorize. So 15x minus 15x square factors are 15x and minus 1x. That means 15x minus 15x square can be divided by 15x or can be divided by 1 minus x, but the product is equals to 15x minus 15x square. Okay, likewise we are going to solve by using factorization method. So thank you friends, thank you for watching. So many of you are watching, so kindly subscribe to my channel. My channel name is Mr. Tonopore. Here we will teach you how to become a good at math. Okay, how to become a good at mathematics.